Imagine scrolling late at night, stomach growling, wallet screaming, and realizing the dollar menu is now a $10 tragedy. Welcome to 2025, where the drive-thru dynasty that once ruled America is crumbling faster than a stale French fry under a sneaker. And if you think the golden arches are safe, wait until you hear how even Mickey D's is bleeding customers while franchise owners bail like rats off a sinking fryer. Smash that subscribe button right now so you never miss the raw truth about what's really killing your favorite chains. Drop RIP value meal in the comments if you've ditched fast food for frozen pizza, and let's dive straight into the carnage before another neon sign goes dark forever. The nightmare begins with Denny's, the 24-hour beacon for truckers, night shift warriors, and broke college kids cramming for finals. But today, entire zip codes wake up to padlocked doors because almost 200 locations are scheduled to vanish by New Year's Eve, not from some corporate reboot, but from a toxic cocktail of rent that doubled overnight, labor that can't be found at any wage, and breakfast skillets that jumped from $8 to $15 without apology, leaving once packed counters echoing with the ghost of unlimited coffee refills that now cost extra and come with a side of awkward eye contact. Executives whisper the late-night economy flatlined. Small-town parking lots sit cracked and empty where neon grand slams once glowed, and the working-class families who treated Denny's like a second kitchen are forced to microwave sadness at home while same-store revenue craters nearly 6% and profits evaporate by 40%, proving the all-American diner isn't just closing shifts, it's closing memories. Next up, the Hollywood burger joint that promised Mark Wahlberg glamour in every bite, Wahlburgers has morphed into a punchline even A-listers won't touch, with foot traffic slashed by a third, locations from Vegas to Miami flipping to permanently closed signs, and a family of four now staring at a $60 tab before tipping the app, all while lawsuits fly from franchisees who claim headquarters sold a fantasy and delivered bankruptcy.
The loyalty app is a graveyard, social feeds silent, and the 100-store expansion plan scrubbed like it never existed. Ghost kitchens pump out delivery orders to survive, but the sizzle is gone, replaced by the sour taste of celebrity branding that can't outrun grocery inflation up 20% and a middle class too broke for signature sauce. Salad and Go rocketed from 70 drive-thrus to 300 in 3 years on the dream of $6 greens, only to slam into a brick wall of 40% romaine spikes, tripled avocado freight, and $11 bowls that turned Instagram darlings into cautionary tales, while staff spin through a revolving door at 150% turnover, and investors who once toasted the next Chipotle now pray for a bailout before 2026 rings in liquidation. Boston Market, the rotisserie king of Sunday dinners and holiday shortcuts, has devolved into a legal dumpster fire with 400 shuttered stores since 2023, eviction notices taped to headquarters for unpaid millions, wage theft fines stacking like cold sides, and parking lots sprouting weeds where families once lined up for gravy-soaked comfort. Suppliers cut the chicken pipeline over 8-figure IOUs, sales nosedived 70% from peak, and the promise of home-style warmth curdled into abandonment issues no coupon can fix. Little Caesars, the $5 hot and ready savior of pizza nights on food stamp budgets, killed its own legend when inflation jacked the box to $8.50, cheese surged 40%, pepperoni hit all-time highs, and understaffed stores served lukewarm regret while delivery plunged 18%, sparking franchise revolts in the Midwest heartland where frozen grocery pies now outsell the chain that once kept recessions at bay. Taco Bell's midnight chaos of Doritos Locos and dollar cravings evaporated as combos ballooned from $6 to $9.50. Traffic fell 11%, 250 stores face rebranding or graves, and Gen Z swapped Crunch Wraps for dollar store taquitos because even stoner cuisine became a luxury tax.
Popeyes surfed the 2019 sandwich tsunami to record growth, but 6 years later, the hype train derailed with 15% fewer customers, combos leaping to $12. Oil up 32%, drive-thrus crawling, and overseas cash drains starving domestic stores until Louisiana legends and New York outposts alike flipped the open sign to goodbye. Jack in the Box, monarch of munchies and 3 a.m. tacos, watched late-night sales crater from 35% of revenue to 18% as crime fears killed 24-hour service. Combos hit $10, 130 locations vanished, and the brand's identity crisis left it losing breakfast to Mickey D's, tacos to Del Taco, and chicken to anybody with standards. Dairy Queen's soft-serve summers melted when a $4 blizzard ballooned to $7.25. Rural America lost 200 hometown treat stops. Ice cream demand chilled nationwide, and franchisees bled cash on digital menus they couldn't afford while staff shortages turned flip lines into flip-offs. KFC's finger-licking empire surrendered 500 U.S. buckets in 24 months as the $5 fill-up morphed into a $10 fantasy. Digital sales lagged, Chick-fil-A stole the youth, and Sunday family tradition swapped crispy for Tyson frozen because Colonel Sanders can't fight 24% beef inflation with nostalgia alone.
Pizza Hut's red roof cathedrals of birthday pan pizzas and arcade tokens stand hollow, with 400 closures in 18 months. $10 larges now 17, plus delivery gouging. Salad bars gathering dust and Domino's devouring market share while franchisees drown in 30% ingredient hikes and 20% labor jumps. Subway, the foot-long fortress on every corner, erased 3,200 stores since 2021 and counting. Killed the $5 deal for $11 mediocrity, bread went stale, veggies wilted, private equity dreams imploded, and Jersey Mike sliced off the lunch crowd with actual meat and service that doesn't feel like a hostage situation. Burger King's flame-broiled rebellion lost its fire when 400 grills went cold. Whoppers jumped from $6.29 to $11.49, market share dipped under 9%, bankruptcy filings piled in the Rust Belt, and the have-it-your-way crown rusted while McDonald's and Wendy's modernized around a relic stuck in 1999.
Wendy's square patty honesty cracked when the 4 for $4 became $8. Frosty's doubled. Beef rose 24%. 140 stores shuttered. Social media roasted shrinking patties, and the redhead who once promised fresh now delivers corporate exhaustion to drive-thrus echoing with silence. And the final gut punch? McDonald's itself, the unbreakable titan that survived every recession since Eisenhower, is hemorrhaging 10% of U.S. visits as low-income loyalists vanish, dollar menus die, Big Macs hit $7.49. An E. coli onion scandal hospitalized over 100. AI kiosks glitch. Franchise margins razor thin. And golden arches dim into monuments of a comfort America can no longer afford. What ties every corpse together is a perfect storm no value meal can outrun. Ingredient costs exploding 30 to 40% across proteins, oils, and produce. Labor shortages demanding $20 starting wages even in small towns. Rent gouging that doubled storefront leases in 3 years. Delivery apps skimming 30% commissions, and a customer base whose grocery bill already eats 70% of disposable income, leaving fast food as the first casualty when paychecks shrink. Chains that once banked on impulse now beg for loyalty apps nobody downloads, remodels nobody visits, and menu hacks that taste like desperation. The data screams collapse. Industry-wide U.S. same-store sales down 7% first half of 2025. Franchise bankruptcy filings up 60% year over year. And foot traffic trending toward 2019 levels only if you ignore the 25% price hike that came with it. Analysts predict another 2,000 closures before 2026, concentrated in rural and low-income corridors where a $10 meal equals 2 hours of minimum wage.
Yet glimmers of adaptation flicker. Ghost kitchens pivoting to cloud-only, regional chains like Culver's holding share with butter burgers under $9, grocers rolling out hot bars at $6.99 a pound, and TikTok home cooks turning ground beef and dollar spices into viral fast food dupes that cost $2 to feed 4. The empire isn't dead, it's mutating. Survivors will be the ones who slash portions less, source local more, cut at middlemen, and remember that America still craves speed and joy, just not at mortgage-level prices. So next time you cruise past a dark drive-thru, snap a pic, tag it #fastfoodgraveyard, and ask yourself, would you rather pay $15 for nostalgia or $5 for a homemade hack that tastes better? Hit the bell so I can drop the sequel when the next chain flickers out. Share this with the group chat still arguing over who's buying nuggets, and let's keep the conversation alive. Because the drive-thru dream isn't buried yet, but it's definitely on life support, and only we decide if it flatlines or reboots.